Alright, today we are doing an intelligent tier list for Breaking Bad characters. I know this is a gaming channel, but I had some people request this video, and I felt this was my sacred duty, so here it is. Let's start. First is Andrea. Pretty decent character considering the theme of the show. She was just a single mother trying to survive, but getting involved with Jesse never did good to anyone. Average tier. Next up is Badger. Alright, I gotta admit that this guy was funny without even trying, but he had intelligence. Dude deserves that bottom place. He had almost no knowledge of cooking, and he was also the worst performing salesman during his short stint. Dumb tier for today. Next up is the CEO of Eyebrows, Bogdan. He was running a business that was barely profitable for no idea how long, but he was dumb enough to fire Heisenberg. That has got to be the dumbest move, but let me be generous. Average tier. Brock, average tier. I mean, he is just a kid, Badger's cousin. I mean, he barely had any screen time. Average tier. I should have created a separate tier for characters like this. But anyway, let's continue. Combo. Okay, Combo deserves more credit. He helped Jesse expand and was probably the best performing salesman in his group. He deserves something intelligent. The twins, the coldest MFSs alive. Or I should say, were, because you know what happened. These guys were sharp and tough. They were able to locate and plan the entire thing so quickly, and almost succeeded if Gus hadn't ratted them. But you know everything happens for a reason, especially in a drama show. Intelligent tier, though. Next is the Vacuum Cleaner Guy. Remember this guy who used to vanquish people? And he was a decent guy. I mean, he helped Jesse in the movie, but let's talk about shorts only. So in my opinion, this guy deserves the intelligent tier because he was running a very secret and dangerous business without getting caught. Vanishing a guy who is nationwide most wanted, like Heisenberg, deserves some respect. So, intelligent tier, this would be perfect for him. Next is Don Eladio. This guy does not appear for much, but for whatever time he appears, bad. And in my opinion, I'm gonna give him a somewhat intelligent tier, because he was not super intelligent, he fell apart, but he was powerful. That requires some intelligence. So somewhat intelligent would be perfect. The next character is Emilio. You probably remember this guy. This used to be Jesse's friend, and he betrayed him. But this guy was dumb, like half of Jesse's friends. He had his friend killed way too quickly in the show and made pretty bad decisions. So Emilio is going into the dumb tier. Alright, let's move on. The next character is Gale. You know, his death was the biggest cliffhanger in Season 3, and he was overall very smart. He helped Walt a lot, even though Walt was very ahead of him in terms of chemistry and drug-making knowledge. But he was no amateur. He almost learned all the Heisenberg chemistry lessons, so he deserved an intelligent year. Next is the police chief. Now I hate to say it, but this guy was dumb. If there was no Hank, he would have never caught Heisenberg, or any other Hank in his team literally folded everything for him. He was just sitting there making bad decisions. He failed to catch even the easiest clue. So I think he is going to get dumped here. Next is Steve Gomez. Steve Gomez is next. And he belongs to the somewhat intelligent category because, as you know, he did a near-perfect job to assist Hank. You can't ask more from a partner. Elliot. Now, we don't know a lot of things about Elliot and Gretchen. Aside from that, they somehow screwed Walt, and Walt was the man behind their entire business. Average tier, I guess. There's simply no doubt that Gus is going straight to the genius tier. Running two businesses includes one that is a multi-million-dollar racket. That requires some brainpower. His planning was also one of the best. Genius tier for sure. Next is Hank. He deserved intelligent tiers, in my opinion, because he formed the hyphen bug cave. Yeah, he had some help, and some old mistakes helped him. But all in all, he was smart. He had ghosts under his radar even before all of his colleagues had any idea. So he deserved intelligent tiers. Hector. Okay, even though he was paralyzed in the show, his brain was intact. He never told the cops anything, took his revenge, and died on his own terms. Intelligent tier. Holly. I mean, she was just a baby. Average. Huell is next. And I know you all love him, but I have to drop him to the bottom tier because his decisions were pretty stupid. He literally spilled everything so quickly. Dumb tier. Jack. The final boss is everyone. There is no need to talk about his deeds much because we all know. I'm going to drop him to a somewhat intelligent tier. He is definitely above average. Jane. This might be controversial, but she is going to the bottom tier. She made a lot of bad decisions, including her own. Jane's daddy. Average, I guess. Jesse Pinkman. Well, Jesse went through significant character development throughout the series. While he made many terrible decisions, he also displayed moments of intelligence. He managed to stay alive in dangerous situations and even outsmarted. I would place him in the somewhat intelligent tier. Kaylee Trout. Well, she's just a kid, so we won't judge her. Average it is. Krazy 8. Krazy 8. The guy who played both sides until he couldn't. He talked himself right into a jam. His intelligence? Well, it's in the dumb category. Bill Burr's character Bill Burr is an underrated member of Saul Goodman's team. He follows orders, but let's face it, he's not exactly the brains of the operation. Just a jobber. Average fits him just fine. Lydia. Lydia was really the definition of paranoia. She's always juggling 1,000 things and she does it very well too. Intelligent is the only way to describe her. Marie Schrader. Marie, with her obsession for purple decor. Her decisions are a comedy of errors, consistently making everyone say WTF. She's going to be dumber. Gus's friend. There's not much to say about this guy. He followed Gus and did his job. But he's not exactly the sharpest tool in the shed. I mean, who goes to meet Don? Mike Trout. The man, the myth, the legend. Mike is the definition of a genius in the criminal underworld. He's got a plan for everything, and he doesn't hesitate to get his hands dirty. Junkyard guy. There is nothing particularly genius about him. Just an average guy. Jesse's parents. They were just trying not to mess up their second kid like the first one. Average tier. Saul Goodman. The legendary lawyer with more schemes than you can count. He's a genius in the art of bending the law to his and his client's advantage. Skinny Pete. Best hitman south of the Mississippi. He was far better than Badger. Gotta give him some intelligent tier. Skyler. Now you might hate her, but you can't deny she had brains. Tax fraud, money laundering, and manipulation. She had all the cards under her sleeve. Intelligent tier. Ted Beneke. Ted is the guy who just couldn't resist temptation, even when it was staring him in the face. Dumb decisions all the way. Dumb tier. Todd. He might be a psycho, but he understood the game and how to handle stuff. His decision with Jesse was a cruel but smart one. Intelligent tier. Tomas. I don't judge kids. Average tier. Tortuga. Head-on turtle. Perfect fit for dumb tier. Tuco Salamanca. The explosive, unpredictable Tuco. While he's intelligent in his own way, his maniac nature lands him in the somewhat intelligent zone. Tyrus. Gus's right-hand man. You can't really work for Gus unless you are intelligent. He goes into the somewhat intelligent category or tier. Victor. Another of Gus's trusted associates. Not as smart as Tyrus, though. He is going to be in the average tier. Walt Jr., the breakfast enthusiast, doesn't make any exceptionally intelligent or dumb moves. Average it is. Walter White or Heisenberg. The man himself, Walter White. Even before he became a criminal mastermind, he was a chemistry genius. He literally invented his own variation. Genius tier, so this was my tier list for Breaking Bad characters, and I'm hoping you enjoyed the video. If you do, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and have a nice day.